Nestled in the remote mountains of Vermont lies an eerie patch of wilderness known as the Bennington Triangle, infamous for the mysterious disappearances of several people between 1945 and 1950. It's a place shrouded in shadow. But what if the disappearances were not merely the result of nature, but a far more sinister conspiracy orchestrated by unknown forces? The terrifying truth may be darker than anyone could imagine. The first known disappearance was that of Mitty Rivers, a 74-year-old man who vanished without a trace while leading a group of hunters in 1945. Days later, his body was never found, but this was just the beginning. Over the next 5 years, more people disappeared without warning, without any sign of a struggle, and often under bizarre circumstances. No trace of them was ever found, as if the land had swallowed them whole. What many don't know is that the Bennington Triangle was also the site of secret government experiments in the 1940s and 1950s. The U.S. military had a top-secret project known as Project Nephilim, a research program focused on studying and manipulating the very fabric of reality. The mountainous terrain of Vermont, surrounded by dense forests and with its long, isolated history, was the perfect location for such experiments. But the true nature of these projects was far darker than anyone could have imagined. According to whispers, the disappearances weren't the result of animals or natural accidents. Instead, they were the unintended consequences of government experimentation with interdimensional rifts. Project Nephilim was attempting to open portals to alternate realities, using ancient rituals combined with newly discovered technology. But something went terribly wrong. Those who vanished had unknowingly crossed into these alternate dimensions, some lost in time, others trapped in an entirely different reality, never to return. Local legends even spoke of strange lights seen in the sky and eerie, unexplainable sounds echoing through the woods late at night. These lights weren't natural, they were, in fact, part of a malfunctioning dimensional gateway that had opened as a result of the military experiments. One of the most chilling details is the presence of mysterious symbols that have been found carved into trees and stones around the triangle. Researchers who've studied these symbols claim they bear similarities to ancient alien glyphs, suggesting that the military wasn't the only entity involved in these experiments. Some speculate that extraterrestrial beings were involved in opening these portals, using the US government as unwitting pawns. As the years passed, the government erased any evidence of the Bennington Triangle's true purpose, replacing it with folklore and myths, a simple cover-up to protect the world from the horrifying truth. The disappearances were merely the tip of the iceberg. What happened to the people who vanished was far worse than anyone knew. They were trapped in a parallel dimension. Their souls lost, their bodies never found, serving as an eternal warning to those who dared to venture too deep into the triangle. But the most terrifying part? The portals are still open, and every few years, strange occurrences and disappearances happen again, leading some to believe that the Bennington Triangle is a living doorway to alternate worlds. Perhaps the truth behind the disappearances isn't a mystery. Perhaps those who disappeared weren't taken by nature or fate. Maybe they were simply lost in time, and when the portals open once again, they will return, bringing with them horrors that no one is prepared for. The Bennington Triangle may never let its secrets rest.